1, verse 22. This is how Naomi came into Bethlehem with her daughter-in-law, Ruth from Moab. So they lived in Moab for years. When Naomi returned, there would have been things that were very familiar to her, but there would have been also things that were new. You know, when we serve the first come to the Lord, there's things that are new, but there's also things that are familiar. You know, not everything completely changes. Our viewpoint doesn't completely change. Being nice is still being nice. It's just more deep in how to truly do it. You know, and for Naomi, this would have brought back memories also, both good and bad. When we come to Christ, we have positive memories of how we let in there, but we also have the negative memories of how we avoided coming to Him and the things that we did that were ungodly. So Ruth is with her. For Ruth, this is a completely new experience. Maybe she's heard stories from Naomi and her husband and her brother and father-in-law in the past of how this land of Israel is the land of Bethlehem. But first-hand knowledge isn't there. As Christians, we may hear stories about people, their first-hand knowledge, but we are to have a first-hand knowledge experience ourselves. It was at the beginning of barley harvest when they returned to the land. Okay, when she returned. Ruth never been there before. So Naomi and her husband and sons left at a time of famine. Now they're returning in a time of harvest. It's interesting because the time of harvest is going on quite possibly before her sons die. They're having harvest, which means the famine ended. Which means they were staying in the land of Moab and living there when they could have went back home. Oftentimes we do this where we want to mingle with the world rather than be where we should be. And when we go back where we need to be, Jesus just prepares us straight for the harvest.